Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another exciting episode of Meet the. I'm your host, Troy Rawlings, and we're back. Had a little hiatus, but today we get a chance. This is the perfect way to bring it back, first off. Perfect way to bring it back. Today I get a chance to sit down with this phenomenal woman, beautiful. I'm loving her do. I was just complimenting her on her do. And it's but we'll talk about that because she knows all about hair as well. Philanthropist, entrepreneur, family woman, business owner. She is the publisher of Sheen Magazine, the CEO of Chapman Products, and the founder of the Chapman Foundation, right? That's the Chapman Foundation?
Yeah.
Give it up, make some noise wherever you are for the amazing Kim Chapman. How are you, Kim?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. You look amazing.
Thank you.
I love the office. It makes me want to go outside.
Well, I know, right? I'm a person that loves plants because it's a give and take. They give us what? CO2.
And, they give us oxygen.
Yeah,
we give them carbon dioxide.
Yeah, exactly. I forget all those words. Yes.
Yeah. That's I got a 9-year-old, so I'm starting to learn it all over again. I was like,
I know, right?
She's like, what's H2O, Dad? I'm like,
I know. What is that?
As I'm drinking water, I'm like,
I'm like, no. Sometimes I'm a little slow.
You're just fine. All right, I Tarantino this interview a little bit sometimes, so I jump back. Now sit back so I can see all of your face. I want to, bam. All right, no, you ain't got to do all that. I go back and, I'll jump around a little bit, but I'm going to start from the beginning. Some people don't know who Kim Chapman is. Where are you originally from?
I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. And I'm an original here in Greenville, South Carolina. When my parents divorced, my mom and my 2 sisters and myself moved to Easley, South Carolina. So I graduated from Easley High School.
Oh, you representing for real, South Carolina.
For real. Exactly. I'm a South Kakalaki girl.
So okay, you came up, you went to high school. Did you know what you wanted to do in high school? Did you know?
I wanted to be a business owner. Like I couldn't keep a job. I always got fired. I also didn't really care for school. I just didn't care because I already thought I know what I want. Why do I have to waste my time? So yeah, I gave the teachers hell.
Miss Chapman, please. I'm just asking one more question. No more question. The bell just rung.
I'm out of here.
So you knew you wanted to be a businesswoman. So where did you go to school? College?
I went to Easley High, graduated from there, went to South Carolina State. I did 3 years there, and my mom fell sick. So when she got sick, I went home. When I went home, I went to Central Wesleyan. Now it's Southern Wesleyan, but I graduated from Central Wesleyan. Then I went to, when I went there, it was Clark University. Now it's Clark Atlanta.
Right. Oh,
no, I'm sorry. It was Clark University, and it was at Atlanta University. It's been so long ago. Don't get me started. But I went to Atlanta University to work on my master's, and my husband now asked me to marry him. I should have left him there. Now let me stop. I'm married. I married him.
You know, it's a live recording, right? You know
I don't care.
See, that's what I want to hear. I don't care.
I don't
tell my story the way I tell it.
Exactly. It's mine, and that's it. You can like it or not like it.
It is what it is at this point.
It is what it is. Well, you know, marriage is marriage. It's a job. So, if anybody ever tell you it's not, and it's all good and happy, and no, that's not the truth.
You think somebody got some secrets? If you're talking about, marriage is wonderful, somebody
lying.
Somebody got some bodies.
They is lying. I don't always like my children.
He was like, my children are wonderful. My children ain't always wonderful.
No, they're not.
And he ain't wonderful.
Exactly. Everybody got problems. Don't even try it.
Remember they zapped out when Will Smith was in an interview and he was talking about his marriage with Jada. He said marriage is the most grueling, painstaking, hard, crushing. They were like, he said, experience in your life, you know?
Exactly.
And just kind of walked away. They were like, that was it?
And wait, that's it. But I
depending how you went in.
In my next life, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No, and I wouldn't have children.
Oh. This is exclusive.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've done it in this life. I don't need to repeat it.
Now, what would you do in your next lifetime? Knowledge, all the knowledge you have, everything you've been through. We know you ain't gonna get married or have kids.
Right. I would teach.
Like practice. I ain't say you wouldn't practice.
I would practice. That's it. Just practice. I would make it my point to teach people and parents to have their kids learn about themselves before they go to school. Like everybody must learn, everybody must look in the mirror, everybody must understand that you are a masterpiece. We all have decided to come here with different bodies, and it's okay. You are definitely a masterpiece. So that would be the thing that I would have children all over the world, because I would want to teach everybody that they're a masterpiece. Look at yourself, learn about yourself before you take somebody and teach them about 1 + 1 is 2. I think you should know about you before you know about 1 + 1 is 2. Although you're supposed to get all these things from your parents, but because we've been cursed with not knowing it already, some parents don't know about themselves. So because a parent doesn't know about themselves, they're still incorrectly teaching their kids that, oh, you got to be first at doing this. You got to be, but know you. So if you know you're going to excel, because you're going to already know, hey, no matter what you say, because I'm tired of Black people complaining about white people. And the only reason is we think that they're supposed to like us. Don't care, because you are the number one. Do you? Let's do us. Let's be who we are, because we're very creative, very intellectual people.
And it comes out, certain things come out of us naturally. And sometimes we feel like you have to get in this box.
Yeah.
But we do sometimes the things that we're drawn to, because we go through our whole life. You're absolutely right. You go through our whole life. The guy, Gary Vee, mentioned that. Go through our whole life and we say, you got to do this. You make sure you're good in school and this and another. And your child starts, like my daughter's not. She's showing me certain things she likes to do. I take her away from it so it's not an addiction, because I was like, Zoe, you ain't into drugs, alcohol, or sex right now. But that iPad, you and that iPad, got that relationship. Do other things. I don't mind you doing what you're doing, but do other things. Right. But I'm watching. Yeah. And our parents gave us the layout. Their parents gave them the layout. Their parents gave them the layout. Their masters gave them the layout. So we have to be mindful, like you said, to stay creative. How did you stay? Well, I still want to hear. Okay, all right. You're gonna be practicing. You're definitely gonna be having sex, and just no kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be on the pill.
Now, would you do the same stuff business-wise? You said you'd be what? How you know it's a pill in a new life? All this gonna be part of the 15-minute segment. I'm letting y'all know that. I was like, what the hell was this interview about? Who is this dude?
It's okay.
He's my new.
It's the new me. Love it or leave it.
Right. Now I don't know. Black women are vampires, so I don't know how old you are. I can't even tell. Somebody was asking about you.
Huh? Tell them.
Oh, okay. So you said what?
I'm 25 and my son is 30.
You said you're 45 and your son's 30?
No, I said I'm 25 and my son is 30. He's
older. You got 30-year-old?
He just turned 30.
Is that the only son, or how many kids?
Yeah, I have one son and one daughter. I did not like being pregnant. I was not happy. In fact, when I was pregnant the second time, I think I cried the whole time.
Were you sick? Were you really sick?
No, I just didn't like being pregnant.
You mean like your body being stretched out?
I don't like nothing about pregnancy. Nothing.
Getting all the scoop.
Yeah.
Your magazine sales just quadrupled. She was like, she don't like getting married. She don't like her kids, even though they're doing all right.
I've been there, done that, so I don't need to do it again. You know I love my children. And I have 4 grandkids. I love those grandkids. In fact, I love them more than my kids. No.
I saw the look in your face when you thought they was coming in the room. It's like, are they here? I saw your eyes jump like vision of
I
sugar.
know, because they'll make some noise and they won't leave.
So all right, I want to talk about this. You're at this point, when at the point in your life, you know you didn't like pregnancy, but when at the point in your life it says, okay, this is who I am, and I'm going to do what I want to do.
You actually want to know that?
Yes.
Probably about 6 months ago.
What was the turnaround? What was the thing that said, what was the thing that clicked and said, yeah?
Well, actually, my husband is the type of man that you can't please. Like, you can do everything 100 and he'll still find a flaw. He's a man that will find a flaw. And so all these years of building, everybody else would be like, oh, Miss Chapman, that's so wonderful. You've done such a great job. Oh my God, I just can't believe it. I'm looking at him like, because when I go home, he tell me I ain't done nothing. Yeah. And then my son is even, now don't get me wrong, they're great people. That's just their character. And so
some people are very pessimistic. Some people
are like that.
Yeah, and some people, yeah.
And I'm the type person where
and they'll call themselves realists.
Oh yeah.
I'm a realist.
My son says, if you don't mind me saying, real NIGG. That's what he said.
I'm a real, right.
Yeah,
I don't know who's watching this that don't know how to spell.
I know.
A real nigga.
Yeah.
I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it real.
I'm just keeping it real. And that is my son. And for a long time, I didn't realize that my kids pay me attention, but they pay their daddy attention also. So recently, I just realized, well, dang, these kids sound like him. When I tell you I have worked for 31 or more years to pull this company together, make sure everything is okay, come up with ideas. They tell me it don't make sense. And my son, I think not too long ago, was talking junk. Just keep talking junk. When you hear, if you keep being banged and hit, and I'm the type where, okay, I'm going to do this. I can make this work. I can ignore it. But it does weigh down on you. So it started weighing down on me, and I started becoming uncomfortable in my own life where I am. So then I said, you know what? I did not realize, as hard-headed as I am, as I'm going to do this no matter what the heck anybody says, I actually listened to my husband. I actually listened and was following his direction. I'm like, oh, Kim, you think you're a strong woman, but you actually let this man, and as much as you say, I don't like this, because my mom was married, I think 5 times, and I looked at her like, I don't like the way you allow men to handle you. But I woke up and said one day, oh, you are your mother's daughter. You've been married all these years, and I've made his dream come true. I've pushed this company, and it's a multi-million-dollar company. We've done very well. I've been very focused all these years, but I let him handle me. And I woke up and I stopped. Just
2020, it's funny because everybody talked about 2020 vision, 2020 vision. We had no clue how much clarity we was going to get after 2020. But the reason it's so amazing to hear you say this is because we talked about my tour. I've been doing a sex, love, relationship tour for 98% women for 17 years. This conversation, I've had this conversation with women that I was dealing with coming out of an abusive relationship and had to make sure that I wasn't doing what the abuser did. And I'm not talking about just physical. I'm talking about the emotional abuse.
Exactly.
And it's so repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
I've been that person. I've gotten it from other people.
Yeah.
And especially when you're a visionary, the amount of doubt that's around you to stay focused on what you need to do, like you said, is overwhelming.
Yes.
When it's coming out of your household, it's overwhelming. But like you said, and I hope a lot of women and men are listening to this, as no matter how you look at you and you see everything you've done, people don't realize that it still takes its toll.
It does.
On the mind and your heart. It still
Exactly.
takes its toll. So you have to like reinforce. And then people wonder why you're dipping and you go, why you always hanging out with the girls? Why you always hanging out with them? Because they make me feel good.
Oh my God. Yes. And people don't realize you need to feel good because you're going to go home and deal with some crap.
You got to put air in your tire.
Hit physically, mentally, you know, it's still something that you're having to deal with. And you, if you, and you know, what you grow up dealing with, you continue until you break the curse, till you wake up. And, you know, they wanted me to, because I feel like I'm strong, but I listen. And he would always tell me, he always tells me I'm hard-headed, and I do, but again, I'm not hard-headed.
And it's the funny thing, you're hard-headed, but it doesn't mean you have a soft heart. I mean, it doesn't mean you have a hard heart. So hard-headed to some people just means you're going to do what you want to do no matter what. I've looked at other people, and my friends say, oh, you know, I know you think I'm stubborn and this, that, and other. And I'm thinking to myself, your stubbornness has kept you at a 6-figure job working for a major company for all these years, and you have everything you want. So I can't knock your stubbornness if it's helped you get to a certain point. I may not like we don't like everything about everybody. But who am I to judge the very thing that made you either successful or going forward? I can't do it. I can't say, oh, Kim, you just want to do what you want to do. You always this, you always that, and you're beaten down. And we don't realize that the person that seems bullheaded, they're hearing this stuff. I've been that person that says certain things and I had to look back and say, you didn't hear that in love? And they're like, no, I didn't hear it in love. I'm like, oh, shoot, did I say it in love?
Right.
It's a very powerful thing. You're saying something that really needs to be heard because someone out there is doing their thing. And, you know, Black women are killing on the business point. And everybody, Black women, why aren't you married? You don't want to have kids? You don't want to have this, that, and other? They're going on a certain path. But if everybody around them is tearing at them, you go back to work and you work harder.
Exactly.
So because work is going to do what it does.
That's where you put your energy. Yes. You put your energy there that helps you release what you need to release. And then you become that successful person. But it takes a lot. It's taken a lot. And so now, you know, I'm understanding Kim, and I do look in that mirror and say, Kim, you're beautiful. Like, you're the masterpiece, period.
Yes.
And I like Kim. So, and I love Kim. Yeah. It's like, and then you know what? After feeling this way, it's like, I've released something. I've let go that weight. And most of the time I feel like weight on women is mental weight. And it just collects on our body. Yes.
That's exactly what's happening. Stress is the leading cause of disease. So all the stuff that starts happening, you know, the breakdown of the women, you know, you see, you can look at and I'm talking specifically about our women. I'm talking about Black women right now. Because something I noticed, I'm a people person. I love people and I watch people when they walk, and who doesn't like looking at a Black woman, to be honest?
Exactly.
But to look at their face, the body may be amazing, but if you look at the face of Black women as they move, a lot of them aren't smiling.
I know. I saw that today. Yeah, I saw a lady today, and I was like, "Wow, you need to smile because this too shall pass."
Yeah, and then like, what can we do? You know, as our society, we're talking about our circle. You have an opportunity, what you've done with Sheen. And how long ago did you start Sheen? Did y'all start
2006.
Sheen? So it's been 2006, 15 years?
I guess I'm not keeping up with the years.
2021. I'm done counting, Troy.
I'm done counting.
Filming all these years and stuff.
Yeah.
Don't ask me no questions.
I pay people to keep up with the dates.
Can you turn my calendar for me? Oh,
Yeah, turn the
my
calendar.
birthday.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, okay. I know. I just know it was 2006. I started the magazine because I wanted to advertise in some other magazines that no longer exist, and they were too expensive. Because I feel like, as far as a magazine, Coca-Cola or somebody else can spend more money than, say, a boutique down the street.
So
So
the prices should change accordingly.
yes, and most magazines, a lot of them don't do that.
Right.
So, and I disagree with that. So I try to accommodate those people, the big people and the smaller people.
And so, how long ago did you start Nairobi and Chapman Products and the?
That was 30 years ago, so 1986.
Now, was your husband? He does. What does your husband do? Is he a
My
chemist?
husband is the chemist.
He is the chemist with the product.
Yeah, he's the chemist, and he comes up with all the formulations, and I take care of everything else.
So, and did he know that's what he wanted to go to, or did you say we should focus on this way? He was already in science, I take it.
Yes, he already did he was already doing Grandma's Secret Potion. And that's an herbal hair lengthening shampoo, conditioner, and pomade. So we did that. And then we created Nairobi, and then Congo, and Carafina, and all the other brands. Kura. Yeah, and then we do private labeling.
So you have your product. You have a certain so people can product label. You mean people who want to manufacture their own products can go through you to get their stuff made. I probably know a lot of companies that's using your using your formulas right now, don't they? So yeah. So in the midst of doing that, and obviously if you're selling to Black women, was he already doing this when you two got married?
He was not to this extent. He was more or less just starting.
Right.
You know, when the Black woman comes in, we make it better.
Instantly, I know that. I'm trying to find. I know I need to help me. I wish I knew earlier, but I know now as I'm looking, I was like, oh, I need a helpmate. I need somebody that got the stuff I don't have.
Right.
I got the creative.
This is what I tell my son. I said, don't marry for love. That'll happen. Marry for somebody that will help increase you. So those are the things you look at, because love is gonna walk out the door. But if you understand and know,
you can find love anywhere you lay with it long.
Anywhere. So, and that's how my husband and I married. He wanted to be married at 30. So he said it could have been anybody here, Kim, but it happened to be you. I said, well, it happened to be you. You got a business starting, and I want to be in business, so let's make this thing work. And that happened 32 years ago.
And you happen to be to be the type of woman that already had the business prowess and took it to the next level. So what's the most exciting thing about your companies to you? Well, I'd say two parts: at the beginning and now.
I think the most exciting thing about the company was the process by which I went through of making it work, making it to be the company and at the stature it is now. And I've learned over the years that it's not that serious. And to dream and believe and focus in color. Know that it's already there. Whatever it is that you want, you need to see it already. And it works.
Good, yeah.
Dreaming works. Focusing works.
Yeah.
Putting a plan together and seeing it happen works. See, a lot of people say they got faith. But when you work hard and you have doubts and you don't believe, That ain't faith.
Mm.
Like, really understand and know what faith is, and get it done.
Yeah, faith is a
Mentally.
verb.
Yeah, your
Gotta-
mind is everything. Your faith is everything. Your belief in knowing that this is what I want, and there is no other thing that's gonna be. It's nothing else. This is what I want, and that's what you focus on. You don't focus on what the Smiths got. You don't focus on what the Williams got. You don't focus on nothing but what it is that you have in mind. That's it.
Mm. And what excites you now? What's the thing now that does it the most? Especially now with the new Kim, with the
Honestly, that I go home and I actually see what it is that I want, and I focus on it, and it gets done.
now you've mastered it. Now
Yeah,
you've mastered it more.
And you have to energize the people that you want. Okay, this is what I need, so you energize it. All those things work. I've been where I was up to 12 and 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning and picking up boxes and driving them to Atlanta, giving out a product, having to come back to Greenville, pick up more product, drive back, all in within a 10-hour span. I've done it all. So focus is everything.
I love it. What does your son do? Your son and your daughter. How old are they?
My son's 30. He's turned 30 July the 17th. And he's a hoot. Very smart. He's a very intelligent young man.
Look where he come from. What they say is good stock, as they say.
Well, thank ya. Yeah, he's very smart. A bit mouthy. Probably gets that from me too. Anyway, but anyway, yeah, he does a very good job with the company. He's in the company. He's focusing right now on Sheen Magazine. So he's enjoying that. But yeah, he's the one that developed the Akura brand, which is our hair and our skin and hand sanitizer. He came up with Carafina and Congo. Yeah. So he does. Oh, an affair. We have an affair, which is a conditioner that does a great job on people's hair.
Well, we're gonna have to talk a little bit because we're gonna have to talk a little bit offline because I think that affair may be perfect for taboo talk. We'll talk about it offline.
Okay.
Dropping cruise month. So, and then
my daughter, she is. Let me see. They are 21 months apart, so I would think that she is 28, going on 29. Yeah, yeah. And
rolling.
Yeah.
But it sounds like y'all are good planners. So it sounds like y'all planned the two. And I don't know how you planned the boy and the girl. So
I just worked it out. The first time I worked it, the second time I did, and you know how that goes. No.
It's like, bam! You sitting there at the room. I told you. Once we get two,
I'm done.
I'm done. You told the doctor, high five, doc.
But my daughter, I don't know if my son wants any, but my daughter, she has 4. She has a boy who's 6. So Sophia is 3. Sasha is 2. And Kimberly, the last one named after me, is 7 months. So she don't mind it. I tell her, I don't know where you got that from, girl.
1. She is the one. She was like, oh, you ain't one, but don't worry, Ma, I got you covered.
Hey, she did. I said, oh, well, like.
I saw you like, Ma, really? You ain't got to say, Ma, really? Yeah. Oh, when?
Every time. You must have been in the conversation.
when they rolling like that, it's like,
I know. And then she only 28. So I'm like, oh.
But you know what's so funny? Back in the day, that was kind of normal for people to do early, get the kids. They growing up with their kids. She literally is growing up with her kids.
Yes, she is. I see it every day. I'm like, sissy, you need to be teaching them that.
It's like, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell them. I just learned what I'm telling you, man.
Exactly.
I wasn't ready. I thought I was ready to get married early. I thought I was ready to get. I'm 46. My daughter's 9, so you can do the math on that.
Yeah.
So, but the difference is, and his was so crazy, because men, we are, you know, like your husband, for example, amazing scientific mind. You give him a honey-do list, probably like, okay, you call him while he's going out looking for something, say, oh, can you add one more thing to look? Ah, dang it. Because our mind is like, we on number 5. You got 7 things on this list, right? It's just something simple. You're like, I'm almost out of here. Our minds are different.
It's
Y'all
definitely
do a bunch of different things at once.
Yep.
But okay, so because we can this could be a 2-hour interview.
I know, or more.
I can get to the other side of me and be like, so tell me. But I want to know this. What is the thing that's coming up? Well, let's talk a little bit about the foundation before we go there. How did you start the foundation?
I started the foundation to give back to barbers and stylists that support us. So if their kids are going to college, oh goodness, I'm sorry, the office phone is in here. Then I would give them. What happened? I missed you. Oh goodness, I'm sorry.
I'm here.
Okay, so the foundation, it just took my mind. Sorry, I gotta get it back.
No, you're in work mode.
The foundation, I started that to give to the barbers and stylists, and since then I've opened it up to others that can obviously apply for it. But you can go on chapmanfoundation.com. I have a young lady, her name is Alexandria, and we do a HBCU run where we give money to the HBCUs, of course. Also, we do like, I'm trying to put everything in my head. We do a breast cancer awareness called Pinkalicious. That's in October. We do a fundraiser for food and toys in December. I'm trying to run it down. We had our very first summer day camp this year. It was awesome. So different kids were between 5 and 7 was 1 week. They came in, we taught, we had the police come in, they were read to, the science people came in and gave them information. They brought animals in. It was awesome. So that was from 5 to 7. And then we had from 9 to 12 the next week. So we plan to do that. This was our very first year, and we'll do that again next year. So that was fun. Yeah, that was awesome.
That means a lot. I'm one of those kids, you know, my parents left at 14. When I was graduating high school, college didn't seem like it. No one was there to tell me, hey, your grades ain't that bad. If you go to a junior college, just that no. But I was like, I got to make money. And I had been cutting hair since I bought my first pair of clippers when I was 11, had a base clientele by 13. So by the time I graduated, I was like, well, I know I can make money cutting hair while I'm going to school. In Baltimore, that's when Ron Thomas Barber School was around. And but the Broadcasting Institute came in at the same time. And I was like, and the barbering thing, you know, that just became the thing for me. And so awesome. It saved. I mean, I became a master barber. I started training barbers, but that kind of thing really, the hair industry and our hair industry.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
It's made more. I think the hair industry
has been very lucrative for a lot of people.
In the Black community.
In the Black community, it's very great because, you know, Black women and Black men are very interested and care a lot about their hair. Yeah. And that's a good thing.
And when it first started, you know, when they said, okay, we're not going to, we was going to give you the 40 acres and we're going to do this, but we'll let you make your own money. When the slaves came out of it, the people who were in that position, the Blacks were already the barbers. They were already cutting everybody's hair. Now you had to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
So now you had to pay. Now your cut is not free, and now this is a business. Now this is more lucrative. Now this is and it just became the greatest thing. I'm still trying to get the young barbers to at least put a smock on nowadays. We'll talk about that stuff later. He was like, I can't tell who the barber is in the barbershop. He's like, you cut that? No.
Yeah.
Who the barber?
Well, you know, this new generation is different. We gotta teach them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let them know that this is a very, very professional position, and people are very, they care a lot about their stylists and their barbers, and they were the household psychologists, so to speak, counselors. So they need to understand what their positions are.
Yes.
Like, you know, really understand that this is very important. Because I think years ago, they even did bloodletting in the barbershop. Remember that?
That's where the That's where the
Yeah,
barber
that's
pole came
exactly
from.
the barber
Y'all know
pole.
history. The red and white, because when you're bloodletting and you're trying to get certain diseases out of people's body, before vaccines and all this other stuff,
Exactly.
they said if we let the person bleed enough,
Mm-hmm.
we can get whatever's in them out of them.
Right.
So
Because
with
everything
that,
is the blood.
and they had to be barber doctors. That's where people
Mm-hmm.
got their shaves and haircuts and everything. So that's how you knew where they were. They would have those towels that they washed.
That's
Can't get
right.
blood out of the towel just by washing it. So you got those white and red towels, blood and white towels spinning in the wind. And that's where they knew where the barber doctors were.
That's right.
That's why the barber pole spins. Y'all, this history. Y'all didn't even understand.
History. That's right.
That's some history lesson. But this is something I've been wanting to ask for on the future side. What's the thing that excites you going forward? What's the thing you're looking forward at outside of, going home, kicking up your feet and saying, what's the thing that you want to do that you haven't done yet?
First, I don't ever really want to retire.
Right.
I want to always have something to do. And I realized just recently too, I was telling somebody that the reason that we get old starting in our late 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s is because we stop dreaming. We just maintain. And we have to stop maintaining and continue to dream. Yes. Continue to want things for yourself so that you don't get old. So I'm anticipating being a billionaire. So I'm focusing on that and what I need to do in order to attain that.
And you already got your foot in the industries that are already doing those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So amazing.
And of course, Sheen Magazine, I expect it to be the #1 magazine, the household name. Everybody's talking about Sheen Magazine. Yeah. And we have everything as far as any hair care, any skin care, any weight loss tea. We have it all. You don't need to go anywhere else besides Chapman products.
I love it. And I met Laura Miller and met Kristen, and they recruited me in and got me involved with doing the Sheen Talk Live, which I love.
I appreciate that.
but what's so crazy about it is when I looked at, because you look at what brand, if you're tying into a brand or anybody, or if you work with a company, you want to study the company, look at who you work with, look at how they're going, how they're moving. The thing that was so dope about them, I was like, there's no bad energy here. Like you see corporations and magazines and all these companies that are going, but you can't put your finger on the pulse of the people all the time. And people don't know how important that is because in the last 30 to 40 years you guys have existed, people can put their finger on the people who own, Johnson and all these other companies, those matriarchs and patriarchs are gone.
Yeah.
So you can look at y'all, you're doing your thing, you're stylish, you're smiling, you're in front of it. And it's powerful to see people that are tangible. I tell people all the time, when we did the Hill Harper interview, I said, Hill, you're tangible. I said some things you were doing as a young man. I was like, this young man has restaurants, hotels, he's doing this, he's writing books. I was like, and he's young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and you're young, you're a vampire.
I am 25.
That's how old he's been. 25, my son is 30. Daughter's 28.
I don't know what happened. I'm just an alien.
Yeah, vampires. I told you, all black women are vampires. I don't care what nobody says.
That's it.
All right, I won't keep you too long. I know your word. I know you because like I said, I can talk to you forever. How can people get in touch with you?
So I'm on Facebook, and that's Kimberly M. Chapman. I am on Instagram as Kimberly M. Chapman. Yeah.
Kim M. Chapman.
Kim M. Chapman. Thank you. You know more than I know. I am on TikTok. I just started my TikTok, so I'm having fun with that one. And I think that's Kim M. Chapman too, right? I hope so.
Yes.
It's Kim Chapman somewhere. You can find me Kimberly M. Chapman, or you can find me Kim M. Chapman, or normally it's Kimberly M. Chapman. I have my website, www.kimberlymchapman.com. And I've started painting. So now my paintings are, of course, mostly abstract. Because other than that, I would make a stick man. So.
Well, there you go. How you like painting?
I love it because I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving the
And
abstract
this
because I can
is
see what
this
I want to
is this
see in it.
pandemic paint? Did you start it during the pandemic when you
I
had
just,
time? You said,
I just started 3 months ago. Yeah, everything's starting new.
I
I'm
just see you
starting
walking
to
around the
be.
house like, I am tired. I'm over. Don't mess with me. I'm gonna be in my room in the window painting. Like, you ain't gonna cook. I ain't cooking no more.
Well, I don't cook now.
You don't?
No, my kids are 28 and 30. What am I
No,
gonna cook
I mean, ever.
for?
You're not the cook.
I know how to order out.
You have a cook. You in the South. You got a cook.
I have, but I don't now because I feel like it's a waste of time. So it's so many. Yeah, there are so many restaurants that will, cook for you and you bring it home or order out.
Yeah, let's bless the restaurant, yo. That's near and dear to my heart.
I know mine too. Don't do that again. Let them stay open. Let the whole world stay open.
Yeah.
We don't need this. We don't need this.
No more shutdowns.
No more shutdowns.
Kim Chapman.
I have thoroughly enjoyed you, Troy. You are awesome. I'll be glad to come and see and talk to you any day. This has been fun. This has really not been an interview to me. This has just been me and you chit-chatting.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I've enjoyed it.
Feel good. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to feel normal. It's supposed to feel. Then they get the real.
I've known you forever. Seems I've known you forever.
See?
So now you're my friend.
Remember you said that.
I remember. You remember that.
I remember. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. I look forward to it.
All right. Bye-bye.